Hey, okay, so now I am back home. This is not my room. Well, this used to be my room, but then I switched rooms. Anyway, those action figures up there are mine, though. Um, Off topic. So, trans people in the media. At first, I wasn't really sure. Ugh. At first, I wasn't really sure how to talk about that because I guess aside from trans celebrities, not necessarily celebrities, but aside from known trans people doing things like in the music industry or activist stuff on TV and movies, I guess things like that. Aside from pointing out people like that, that's really all I could think of. But then Winley made that video and I watched it. I guess my video is going to talk about their topic a little bit, um, or the angle that they came from. So, in regards to what they were saying, I totally understand as far as wanting, not as far as not wanting trans people in the media and wanting, wanting a situation where trans people didn't need to rely or use like the public broadcasting of the media, or not having them in there just because of the way like the public eye sort of turns a lot of things into a spectacle and reduces the importance of certain things. I get that, but at the same time, um, I think that the media can be useful as far as accessibility goes. As far as the people who needs access to these things, I feel like it's kids and people who, I don't know, maybe come from more conservative places. If they can watch a movie, because I feel like it's easier to watch a movie or a TV show in secrecy or whatever, um, than it is to try to go out and find a support group in some cases. And if you can see yourself being represented in the media, or if you can just see yourself represented out in the world, it has a huge impact on your own self-esteem and your own personal, um what is it, and your own, I guess maybe your own self-worth a little bit too. like Coming from a black standpoint, only seeing toy stores full of white dolls, and only seeing a lot of white kids and white girls on TV and in movies and stuff like that, it did have a huge impact on my own self-esteem, because I thought, being black was ugly, and when there were black dolls, I didn't want them. I only wanted the white dolls because I only saw white as being beautiful or white as being pretty. And that was because I didn't see a lot of black representation. I didn't know that black could be beautiful, black could be pretty, it could be anything. Just that experience alone tells me a lot about how much media representation impacts people. And I feel if you could be watching some popular movie, some popular TV show with your family or your parents or someone you care about, as maybe a closeted individual, and you're seeing this trans person on TV being played by a trans person or something like that, and the other person is enjoying whatever you guys are watching, and they might like the character, or they might have questions or something. I feel it might be an easier way to broach the topic of being trans, or something. It's just like a little segue to break the ice, and I think that can be really useful to people. I think it could work, or it could just, it just feels like you have an opportunity, like you have a chance, more so than people not knowing about anything at all. Or even if you don't even know you're trans, you didn't know it was a possibility, and you're seeing people out there and you're like, this feels like me, like that looks like me, or something along those lines. I think it's important to have the representation, the good representation in the first place, um, before, I guess, deciding that you don't need it at all. And I'm not arguing at all with uh, Winley's video. I completely understand their point of view. I'm just sort of adding to it, I guess, in a different, from a different angle, I guess. It just helped me put together my own video, uh, because beforehand I didn't even really know what I was gonna say, but now I do. So thanks for that, Winley. Um, so yeah, I think trans representation in the media is important for kids to either see themselves or have a broader view of people, and to just understand people more, and to see that trans people are human beings just like everybody else. And like, yes, we have, different needs, and it's just important to be out there, and it's important to be seen, and it's important to be recognized. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. Bye.